Shri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Agajanana Padmarkam Gajananam Aharnisham Anekadam Tam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe. Welcome to all for this Ganesha Purana to the chapter 18. And in this chapter, we will going to hear about the great Kshetra called as Siddhakshetra, which in today's world it is called as Siddhatek. It is located in Maharashtra. We will going to hear more about it. In the last chapter, you have seen Vishnu, who was unable to kill Madhu and Kaitaba. He took the form of a heavenly singer, singing in the praise of Lord Shiva. He went to Kailasa, and in Kailasa, Lord Shiva, who was overwhelmed with the melody of his song, he gave him the boon, and he told him that the reason why he could not able to kill Madhu and Kaitaba is basically because he did not worship Gajanana in the beginning. And on asking how to worship Gajanana, Shiva gave him the single syllable mantra as well the six syllable mantra, and asked him to perform the austerities, asked him to perform the tapas, meditate upon Gajanana. How and now the king Somakanta, who is hearing this story from Brigu, he asked Brigu, where did Vishnu recite that excellent mantra and did you obtain success? Tell me more about that in detail. Then the sage Brigu explained him, there is a celebrated place in the highest quality called Siddhakshetra, which gives success on the earth. The great Vishnu went there and performed a severe austerity. While meditating on Vinayaka, he propitiated that god in accordance with the procedure for the six syllable mantra Vakratundaya Hum. After having diligently conquered his senses, he carefully fixed the boundary of the eastern area with his weapon and arrow and completed the purification of his body and the stilling of his breath before performing any of this tapas. One need to have a control on their sense, and one need to ensure their body as well as mind need to be purified and have a stillness in their breath. And these rituals are very much necessary before uttering any of those single or the six syllable mantras. These are called as the rituals, which can only be taught by a master, a guru. And that's why I told in the previous chapters that this need to be practiced in the beginning under the supervision of a great master. And he completed the ritual, placing the letters progressively within his body, beginning from the lower part of the body, and the ritual placing of letters progressively outside of his body, beginning with the head. It is not just about uttering those six syllable or one syllable mantra in the mind, either openly or in the through the lip movement or in the mind. They literally go on placing the energy of those mantra within their body as well outside their body, so that they will get immersed in the power of those mantras. He restrained his breath and meditated on the god Gajanana with basic mantra, and having worshipped him in the mind with the gestures, beginning with the invocation gesture as well as with the variety of objects and the 16 kinds of ritual behavior. In fact, from with the hand they make different kind of gestures, and these gestures are called as mudras, and each of those mudras are scientifically are connected with the nerve system of our body, and they activate different nerves within our body. These are called as mudras. And then comes that he did the worship of the Lord Gajanana with 16 kinds of ritual behavior. These are called as Shodasha Upachara. Shodasha means 16. 16 different kinds of Upachara. Means whenever a guest came to your home, you offer them a seat, you offer them water, You offer them meals. You offer them whether they would like to have a wash, they would like to have a bath, they would like whether they need any clothes, all this kind of a thing. So similarly to the Gajanana, in his mind, in his imagination, he went on to offer all those different kinds of ritual behavior. Vishnu, the Lord of the Lords of Yogis, received that supreme mantra after a period of 100 years had passed. The Supreme Self, Ganadhipa, who was like the myriad of suns and fire, became visible. Now, someone might question, is it possible for someone to perform the tapas or meditation for 100 years? It is believed that in the past, people could able to live for much longer time. And now, in the present day, people could able to live for max 100 years, somewhere around 100 years. And it is believed in future, as Kali Yuga passes, the age period, the time period of the lifetime of an individual will reduce to 16 to 20 years. That's what happens. And then again, after Kali Yuga, the Krita Yuga start, when people again will start living for 100 to 1000 years. So that differs. So here he was doing the tapas for nearly 100 years. Completely tranquil in heart, he spoke to Vishnu. Gajanana appeared before him. With tranquil in his heart, he spoke to Vishnu, on whose banner is Garuda. Garuda is the banner of Vishnu and also the vehicle of Vishnu. Ask me for those boons that you want, Vishnu. I will give them all because I'm satisfied with your austerity. If I alone am worshipped first, victory will certainly be yours. If you had worshipped me in the beginning, your victory would have been yours. But well, even now, the time it's still not too late. Now you have worshipped. Now I'm giving you the boon, saying that you will now go and can kill those demons. Vishnu said, Brahma, Shiva, and the gods led by Indra cannot see you just through their austerities. It's not that easy for everyone to see the supreme deity. I could able to see you. I see you, Ganesha, in your many forms with one true form, and in your form that is both manifest as well as unmanifested. You are the one whose true form is smaller than the atoms. It's that means he is inside those atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons. He is much smaller than them. And at the same time, your real form is greater than whatever is great in this world, such as the heavens. It encompasses, his body encompasses all kind of brahmandas. He is so big in his form, and at the same time he is also so small, smaller than even an atom. That means he is hid everywhere. He exists everywhere. Repeatedly, through the power of fate, you cause the creation, destruction, and preservation of living beings. Self of everything, omnipresent, power in everything, pervading everything, the maker of everything, the highest Lord. You see everything and of everything you are. As a supreme deity, Gajanana could able to, the Parabrahma could able to see everything, but at the same time, he was the one who is seen by everybody. The ordainer, the protector, maker, destroyer, and the leader of all, the Father. Basically, the one whom we call it as Parabrahma is something that is there within every atom, that is there in every energy. That is what is existing in the whole world. Whatever we see with our senses, what we could able to see, what we could able to hear, everything is made up of the same supreme deity Brahma, and nothing else exists apart from that Brahma. By seeing one like you, I will experience success in all things, O God. However, I am still going to tell you about one thing. By seeing you, I got everything. I've experienced a success. I felt like I got everything, but still, I have one thing that I need to do. At the end of my yogic sleep, Madhu and Kaitabha sprang up from my dirt in my ears. These two great warriors strove to eat Brahma. Then I fought with them for many days. But because my strength is waning, I have come to you for refuge. So think about how I will destroy these two. Please help me. As the highest renown exists in victory over the other demons, O Supreme Lord, give me now your inexhaustible devotion through which my unmatched fame will cleanse the triple world. Then Ganesha said, O Vishnu, you will certainly get whatever you request. You will have glory, strength, and highest fame, and certainly no obstacles. Brigu, continue the story. Having said this to great Vishnu, Lord Ganesha disappeared from there, but Vishnu was filled with joy as he considered these two demons to be conquered. There he built a crystal palace luxurious with jewels, a glittering gold spire, and four very splendid domes. Then he set up all image made of jewels taken from Gandaki river. It's one of the river in northern India. The gods and sages spread his fame under the title Siddhi Vinayaka. Since Hari obtained the splendid success here, Siddhi basically stands for getting the success. Therefore, it became famous as Siddhakshetra, the field of success all over the earth. And here, let me share with you the very concept of temple in India, in Indian culture. It's basically not a place of simply praying. Every temple is an indication. Even the image of the god which was put over there is an indication saying that it is at this very particular point. It is at this particular point the god has appeared. Means in the whole earth's energy field, like we know about earth's magnetic field, so in the earth's energy field, this particular point is having a special significance because the lord appeared here. So, because of that reason, people do travel all the way, even if it is on top of a mountain, even if it is between the rivers, even if it is in some remote forest. People go in search of that particular place. That is why Hindu prayer houses, the Hindu temples, are not supposed to be built in the mid of a town for the convenience of people. They are located in a place which is supposed to be a energy point, and by going there and performing the austerities, performing the tapas or the meditation, one could able to gain a lot. And it is because of that reason. Today, if you see the disturbance that is happening in India, for the sake of building a Ram temple, people do doubt why building the Ram temple at that very particular spot. Why they can't build it somewhere else? The whole of the earth is available. They can build the temple anywhere, everywhere. But still, building a temple anywhere, everywhere makes no sense. That need to be built, and the image, the deity need to be placed. The image need to be placed at a particular spot which is having that high energy field. And it is only the siddhas, the yogis, the people who had the yogic power, they could able to sense and say that this is the point where there is an energy point, and they install an idol there. There is nothing in the idol. Idol is just like putting a flag. It's just like putting a point. It is an indication saying that this is the point where there is a high energy. The idol makes no sense. The idol is just an indication, and there will be a temple built around that for people's convenience so that they can sit in that place and they can meditate upon that god. And because there is an idol placed in that particular spot, that's assumed to be the point from where the energy gets concentrated and people could able to make use of it. If you have that similar yogic power, if you have practiced meditation under a master, after practicing it successfully, after being blessed by your master, please do visit some of the great places like Varanasi, Kashi. I myself experienced by sitting in a Kashi temple, the Varanasi Vishwanatha temple, by sitting there, I had a wonderful experience of bodilessness. And that same thing happened. You climb the hill of Tirumala, Tirupati, you will feel a different energy field there. It is for that energy field people go there, not for the sake of simply seeing that idol or simply by offering their prayer over there. But it is a special energy field. It is a pure science. Though we cannot measure it with any existing scientific instruments, people could able to sense it with their yogic power. Well, those who are practicing meditation, those who have succeeded in knowing and being very sensitive to their body, they could able to feel a difference when they go to such particular places. And that is why this particular place, which is called as Siddhakshetra in this chapter, this is called as Siddhatek. It is located in Maharashtra, and the Vinayaka, the idol of Vinayaka, which is put over there, it's called as Siddhi Vinayaka. Of course, such a wonderful glittering gold spire that doesn't exist today. What exists today is only a stone temple, mere stone temple. But the power of the God, power of that particular spot where the God has been put. If you sit anywhere nearer to that spot and perform the meditation, you will feel a different delight. Please try out that, and then only you can see. But you need to be sensitive to your body, sensitive to your senses. Then Hari went to where Madhu and Kaitaba were there. After they had seen Hari coming, they jeered and ridiculed him. Why has your face, dark as cloud, reappeared before us now? You ran away from the battlefield. Once more, we will give you a huge send off. From here, mischievous God, you have gone really stupid. Why have you come back for this battle? Then Hari said with delight, just as a small fire by itself can burn everything quickly, and just as a small light removes the darkness in the night, so I can now certainly destroy both of you who are drunk with pride. You may ignore a small fire can destroy everything, because originally Vishnu was having the darkness in his mind that he was not knowing how to kill them. Now, after performing the austerities to Gajanana, he has a clarity in his mind regarding how he can kill them. Straight away, he will not be able to. Look at his plan in the following part. The sage explained that on hearing his speech, Madhu and Kaitaba became very angry, and suddenly with their fists they struck Vishnu hard on the heart. Then there was another wrestling match between him and them, and that battle went on for many days. But eager to give a boon to to them both, uh, what Hari did at this particular point is something that is wonderful, and that he could able to do it because of the blessing from Gajanana. He said to both Madhu and Kaitaba, "Oh, you both are great warriors. I feel like giving a boon to you because of your great strength. I will give a boon to you. For many years, you too have endured my blows. You could able to endure my blows, bulls of Daityas, the great Daityas, and I am pleased with your manly endeavor to each as you have certainly not been born before and will not be born again. So I can give boon to you because you are an people who had never existed before, now you will go to exist in future. True. They are existing only in the present. And he wanted to ensure that they will not going to come back in future too. The two said, those two people who are filled with so much of pride, because Vishnu was knowing that they are filled with pride and arrogance. And if Vishnu tells them that I will give you the boon, look at the demons told him, request boons from us. We will give you many of those boons, O Hari, since we are both perfectly satisfied with you and your capability of fighting. We are also happy with your fighting. We will give you the boon. Having given ear to and heard the speech of those two who were deluded by illusion of Gajanana, Vishnu said to those two Daityas, "You Daityas are trying to give me some boons? So please, I wanted to kill you. Please let me know how I can kill both of you. That's the boon I want." Then, after looking now the Madhu and Kaitaba, the four both felt getting cheated because now they are supposed to give the boon, and in that boon they need to tell him how they can be killed. They were stuck in that illusion that they could able to give him the boon, but they were also very clever. They saw water everywhere because the creation is not yet started. The water was everywhere. Even the earth was not existing. After seeing all over there is a water, Madhu and Kaitaba, now terribly happy, they said, "Death, your hands is really auspicious. We invite the death. By thinking of you at death, we will immediately attain eternal liberation. Kill us where, where there is no water. Kill us in a place where there is no water." Now, Vishnu was much more cleverer than them. And immediately he started growing himself into a huge form. And then his eyes were so big that they were much bigger than those two demons. And that was a place where it was completely dry. And he took both the demons on his thighs and he finished both the demons. That was his capability and that was his intelligence. He used the intelligence, and with that intelligence, he killed both the demons. The sage Brigu said, after hearing their words, he lifted both of them up onto his thighs and cut off their heads with his razor sharp discus. The gods then rejoiced, flowers showered upon Vishnu. All the heavenly musicians sang and the apsaras danced. Vishnu too was then filled with delight, and after going up to Brahma, the Supreme Lord, he told him the whole story and he told him the end of those two demons. Hari said, "When I was powerless to conquer those two, I went to Shiva, the mountain dweller. The Shankara taught me that excellent six-syllable mantra. I propitiated the mighty god Vigneshwara with it, and he gave me boons which themselves give fruition to many desires. It was through his power and I killed the evil Madhu and Kaitabha. But as soon as he had been eulogized and worshipped, that mighty god Gajanana had disappeared. The greatness of great Ganesha is celebrated. Through Shankara's favor, I was able to kill the Daityas and the Danavas. After all the gods and sages had eulogized Ganesha, Brahma, Shiva, and myself, they went to their own homes. Whoever should listen constantly to this glorification of the God and destruction of evil will not be afraid of anything and obtains everything for which he has wished. Even scientifically, if you look at psychological point of view, it's by hearing this particular story, Vishnu himself fought for 1,000 years to kill those demons. But then, after worshipping Ganesha, his intelligence got triggered. The one cannot always fight and kill somebody or finish somebody only with his energy power. He they have to use their intelligence. So here Vishnu used his intelligence. And at the same time, it also gives us an assurance that in the event of In a terrible event where we do not know how to overcome an obstacle, there is a supreme deity who can help us with the required intelligence so that we can conquer over the evil and will be able to protect the good. Thus ends the 18th chapter of Upasana Khanda of the glorious Ganesha Purana. Namaste Sharada Devi Kashmirapuravasini Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam Vidyadanancha Dehime. Goodbye.